friends, welcome to Prosto Hub and it's me Dr. Jyotsna here. So today I'm going to discuss something which is out of our Prosto theory topic but very important for the exam going batches this year as well as the junior batches. That is how to prepare for your MDS University exams. So in this video I'll be discussing the main issues that I faced during my exam time, how I resolved them and my daily routine during the study leave. So by following these steps, I was able to attain my university rank 4, and I also have some tips for those exam going PGs this year. So I think this year exam is expected to be in the month of July and hardly 1 month time is there. So let's not waste time here. Let's get into the video. Please stay tuned till the end. Before beginning, I request everyone to please do like, share and subscribe to my channel if you are finding these videos useful. So let's get started.
Before getting into the topic, I would like to thank my mentor, Dr. Subhash sir, and my senior lecturer, Dr. Anju ma'am. I have got immense support and guidance from both of them. They were available 24/7 to help me and clarify my doubts then and even now. Special thanks to Anju ma'am for giving me all your notes and articles during my exam time, which helped me to a great extent. Without you two and your constant support, I am sure that I would not have passed my MDS securing a university rank. Thank you so much, sir and ma'am. So now let's get into the issues that I faced during my exam time. The very first one was where to start reading and which topic to start with. So I prepared around 3 to 4 months prior to our exam date. So I was so confused where to begin, which subjects to start with. The next one was whether to make notes and study or just to read the textbook. If reading textbook, which text you have to follow for particular topics or just to read seminars for some topics. The next one is how to attend the long essays, how to remember all the headings that you need to include in our long essays, and how to manage time between the subjects. So the first and foremost thing that I did for my exam preparation was collection of notes and articles based on question papers of past 10 years. So I reviewed the past 10-year question paper. I listed the questions from that as short essays and long essays, and I started collecting notes. My senior Dr. Hina ma'am, my super senior Dr. Rania ma'am helped me by providing their notes and articles to me. Even Anju ma'am's notes also helped me. So this was the first step I did. After collecting them, I sorted it out and filed, as you can see here. So I filed it as basics, then FPD and TMJ notes separate, MFP implant separate, RPD and then CD. I think you guys will not be having your basics paper in the final year. You might have already completed it in your first year. So if you want, you can divide your notes and file it separately. It will be helpful for studying. And the next thing was I prepared some notes on relevant topics. So that time Nipah happened. So we were expecting a question on Nipah in our basics paper. So likewise, you can prepare COVID related notes like coronavirus, precautions of COVID, and also treatment of post-COVID patient, mucormycosis and so on. So that was the next thing which I did. And while preparing notes, I used to list down all the headings that I covered in that topic, like the way I have to present it in my answer sheet. So this helped me in two ways. One is that it helped me a lot during my last minute preparation. I did not go through the whole note. I just went through these headings. And the other thing that you will not miss out any headings in your long essay if you read like this, because you will see every time you will have a photographic memory of this page. So you will not miss out any headings while attending your answer. But one thing is there, revision is very important. So this was my note on aesthetics in complete denture. Likewise, I prepared notes for almost all the topics. So like this is implant supported overdenture. So you can see I have listed it like the way I have to present it in my paper, including the reference. So you will not miss the reference anytime. So the next thing was combined study. So even though I started preparing 3 to 4 months prior to exam, I took hell lot of time to cover each topic. I remember looking at the empty wall was more entertaining than looking at your book and reading. So what I did for this was combined study, and this was my study partner Dr. Neeraj. He's my co-PG, my friend, like my brother, who supported me so much professionally and morally, not just during exams but whole throughout the MDS course. Thank you so much, Neeraj. So as you can see, we sat in our department and started combined study. So we took permission from our sir to use one of our implant discussion room. So literally we were sitting in the department studying under the surveillance of our staff, because our study room was just opposite to the staff table and they could easily see us through the glass windows. So this combined study helped me a lot. We used to prepare some topics from our room and we used to teach other, like, in the department. So it helped me a lot. So the next thing was revision. So revision is a must, guys. I used to revise at least 2 topics daily after reaching room, and my timetable also got over 1 week prior to the exam, so that 1 week was given for revision, because if we don't revise we will forget, because we are learning a lot of topics and it is natural that we forget the old ones. So revision is a must. And the next one was time management. So by the time I started setting up my timetable, it was only 1 month to exam. So I set up a timetable according to the my preference of subjects, because some CD topics I was more familiar, and some other topics I was not that familiar. So I gave more time to such subjects. So likewise, you can also set up a timetable according to the preference of your subject and divide the time accordingly. Now next is my daily routine during the study leave. So before that, I would like to add something, that is, we easily get distracted through our phones using social medias like Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, Instagram, Telegram, and so on, and even phone calls. So what we did was we used to keep our phone either in airplane mode or switch it off while combined studying, and get back to it whenever we take a 5-10 minutes break. So I would like to suggest that to you also. So now let's see my daily routine. So every day 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. the college time, we did our combined study. Before 9 a.m. I rarely got time to study, and even if I got, I used to use that time for a revision of any covered topics. And after the combined study, I used to get back to room, freshen up, have a cup of tea, or if I have to take a nap, I used to take a power nap of half an hour to 45 minutes. And after my evening prayers and a little bit of meditation of around 15 to 20 minutes, I used to get back to study by 7 p.m. So 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I used to revise any of the covered topics, and also I used to list down each and every topic that I have to cover the next day. That was like a daily quota. So I used to make sure that I finish my daily quota every time. So after 9 p.m. And my dinner and all those things, I get back to study again by 10:30 p.m. So 10:30 to 1:30, I gave the time to cover new topics. So basically, I preferred to study late night because the environment was more comfortable for me, without much distraction, without any sound, and so I preferred to study late night. So you can select according to your preference, either early morning or late night, whichever is more comfortable for you. So this was my daily routine during my study leave. So next is the tips for the exam day. So everyone will be confused which topic to read in the morning of the exam. So what I did was a revision of the most important topics. So I went through the content list that I have prepared, and it was very easy to go through the topics. So I suggest you also to do revision of the important topics on the day of exam. Then the next thing is management of time during exam, which is very important. So we used to have a regular weekly test in our department prior to exam. We were never fully prepared for such test, but one advantage that we got was that we practiced to manage time between the questions. So you can also do this practice at your home. Just see the question paper pattern and allot time for each question based on their scores, and you can practice writing, and be sure that you write for that particular time limit. And also never ever leave any questions unattended. So in cases where you know some questions very well and some question you are totally unaware, usually what everyone does is that they will leave that question which is totally unaware. They will give minimum time for that. So never do this. Give that particular allotted time to that question also. Think about it. You will get some or the other points related to that topic and elaborate on that. So never ever leave any questions unattended. And finally, about the content list and diagram. So content list will help the examiner to have a fair idea about what all topics you know related to that question. So it is very important that you write the content list at the beginning of every question if possible, or at least for the long essays. And about diagrams, they are such an easy way to convey your ideas. So without wasting time on elaborating each and every point, you can draw diagrams and easily convey your idea to the examiner. So that will also help you to save time. So these were the tips on the exam day. And finally, don't discuss your paper with your batchmates and think about the points you missed and get upset. Just go to room, relax, take a good nap if you want, and then prepare for the next exam.
So guys, that was how I prepared for my exam. Hope this video was useful for you. Now for the exam going batch, I would like to suggest some tips. And the first one is never miss your previous year question papers. Always go through at least past 8-year question paper, because there is a trend that questions come repeated from the previous year. So that is the first tip. The second one is set up your timetable according to your preference of subjects. Some subjects you might be familiar with, some topics might be totally untouched. So give the time accordingly and finish up your timetable at least 1 week prior to your exam, and give that 1 week for revision. The revision is a must. The third tip I would like to suggest is always make a list of the headings that you need to include in your answer while you are preparing for that topic, and it will help you for your last minute preparation, so that it will be easy for you to go through all the headings that you need to include in your answer, and it will also help you to present your answer well in the answer sheet, and you will not forget to include your reference list also. Finally, don't get stressed out, just relax and study. So this year I think only 1 month is left. So think that 1 month of hard work and it's done. And guys, always think positive. Believe that whatever you have prepared will come for your exam. So it works on the law of attraction. Whatever you think, you attract. So I used to do this. I used to manifest some of the questions which I was well prepared with. And I used to believe that it will come for the exam, and some of it did too. So guys, prepare well for your exam, study well, and do well in your exams. All the best from Prosto Hub. Thank you.